serious talking about anime. Guess it's important to hear what they say. Argue over wipers throughout night and day. Now that you listen to the Rant Cafe.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Thanks for coming to the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. Today, on this lovely episode, we are going to be talking about A Quarantine's Guide to Anime, talking about the anime we are watching in quarantine, and the anime you should potentially pick up in quarantine as well. We have a big cast on this episode. We, of course, have Nux and Briggs. That's me and Briggs, by the way.
Who would have thought?
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah,
and we also have Animac from Anime Uproar. Yeah! Very cool. We have Hiding in Public back again. Thanks for the serenade on the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this wasn't clarified in the thing. The reason I started singing is because I have the redeemable guitar jams. So it was actually my viewers who were like, hit him back with a song. And so they redeemed it. And so that's why I started singing.
I don't care. You get all the credit. We don't give any credit to your viewers.
Dude, I don't know if you know, we actually put your song in the Rank FA when we uploaded it.
Oh, no, I watched it. I watched how it was put together, and I read some of the comments and stuff.
Hell yeah. Mad respect, mad respect. We also have, back again, Jack is Boy.
Hi, back again. This is my first time, but hello. I was on One
It's not
Piece.
your
Yeah.
first time.
Oh yeah, he was in the One Piece Virgin.
Well, welcome to the Rant Cafe.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
what is that? Wait, One
So
Piece?
we have another podcast, the One Piece Virgin. Animac just started reading One Piece, and we do an episode a week, like on each arc as we're going, and it's great.
Wait, really? Huh.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah, it's dope. I love that podcast. I
Pretty
like
same
it.
here.
Podcast.
Maybe even more than the Rant Cafe. Who knows? Who knows?
Definitely more than
And
the
we
Rack
also
Cafe.
and we also have the man, the myth, the legend, for the first time on the Rant Cafe, Chibi Reviews.
I'm very honored to be here, and thank you very much, Nux. You've been trying to talk to me for a while and all that. So, yeah, I felt like last minute, decided to join. Man messaging me like, hey, get in here. Well, okay, here I am.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, just get in here.
And thus the legend was born. So,
Yes.
Chibi, would you like to start things off? What anime have you been watching lately in quarantine? And what would you
Well,
recommend?
besides the new season, which I'm still kind of catching up with everything. Let's see. I've been rewatching Dragon Ball. Actually, I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z and even Super. I've been watching it in English dub for the first time because I remember watching it in sub when it was airing. And
I
I'm
don't
getting to
know
see it
anyone that watched it in sub for the first time.
Well, it's Dragon Ball Super. I'm not talking about
Oh,
Ball
Super,
or
Super.
Z.
All right.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Super, and I'm getting to see it in dub, and it's interesting. I definitely, I don't know. I prefer. Actually, I have to say I prefer the sub more now, like than I
Really?
the-
Goku
Yeah.
sounds like a 5-year-old girl.
I don't know, man. I actually, after hearing Super for so long, I actually really like the sub version of Dragon
You get
Ball
used
Z.
to it and stuff.
I-
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But
No,
if
yeah.
I had to recommend though, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
Krista
right
just
here.
said.
Because we were talking about it earlier, because I was rewatching clips of it actually on YouTube the other day. JoJo. I was actually rewatching. JoJo is honestly, I could watch that every freaking month. It's so good.
Well, that's
So
what
good.
Hiding's watching right now.
Every
right?
month, weak sauce. Hiding just started binging JoJo's, and I have nothing but respect for the man.
How you liking it so far, Hiding?
Part 1, it felt kind of slow to me. Part 2 has I think the best OP in all of anime ever. Like aesthetically,
Love
it's
this man.
freaking amazing, wonderful. I friggin' love it. Joseph, he's great. I'm so glad I'm so glad he got more time in the spotlight. I honestly thought that from part 1, I was just assuming that every Joestar would die in every part that they were in. That's what I thought was gonna happen. So I was really, spoiler, not spoiler, I don't know. But yeah, part 3 I thought was really good. I really liked it. My favorites are probably Kakyoin, and then by the end, Polnareff is
So
probably my
did you like
favorite.
the donut?
I like the donut.
Yeah, did you like the donut? The donut. scene.
Legendary JoJo donut, where whenever a character dies, they have a hole in their chest,
Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, now I've started part 4. I started it not last night, but the night before last. But yeah, I'm already like a third through part 4. So
Hell yeah.
I'm liking it a lot.
Well,
The opening for part 4 is my second favorite opening next to the part 2 opening.
So
The
if you're
first
into
News
part
is,
4,
I think the final opening of part 4
Oh.
is
oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Great
though.
Days is top tier.
I don't know.
Top
I
tier.
really love the part 5 opening, the finale one, but I really
Really?
love part 3.
You
I
like
love part-
Trader's Requiem more than
Yeah.
Fighting Gold?
No. I actually like. If we're talking about favorite openings, though, it's the finale of Stardust Crusaders. That with the. That's my favorite.
Visually,
I
I
respect
think I
it. I
agree,
respect
but I don't. Audio-wise, I would disagree.
I don't know.
You
I
guys-
I think it's just so hype. I really love part 3's like opening.
Can you guess my favorite, guys?
Part
Yours is
one?
Chase. Chase.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna go for the underdog pick there, Animac. I guess I
What bloody
did
string?
wrong. No, I was thinking Chase was
Bloody
good.
String's
have
not
to
really
really
under
like
or
Chase.
overrated. It's just correct.
I like
right?
Chase.
I like Chase too, but a lot of people.
This whole
think it
video we're
makes
just gonna
me
be talking
sad.
about JoJo opening.
Hey, JoJo's great. Since we're on the topic of JoJo, since you're watching it for the first time, how do you feel about the art style shift from part 3 to part 4? Have you seen that yet?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's a lot softer. It's a lot softer, I guess, is how I would describe the art style change. My main thing is I'm addicted to the idea of being Josuke now, because I found out him and I are the same height, and so like I'm like keep daydreaming about once I get out of quarantine, I'm just gonna get really ripped and grow out my hair into like another pompadour like I used to have. And then
Wait, you have a pompadour? Wait, back up.
it wasn't a straight out pompadour, but it was like one of those. I kind of like a greaser, kind of
Do
like.
you have a picture? Do you have a picture of that?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, not publicly. I'm not showing my face till 100K.
He's
But
hiding in
I
public.
could show you
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
that's
picture
true.
from college.
Bro.
Hiding your mom's hot.
Dude, Josuke's mom is hot.
Truth.
Bro, and Josuke's mom just proves what a Chad Joseph is even more.
Dude, Joseph, man, I can't believe that.
Joseph so much. He's such a beautiful man.
And he will
Yeah.
never forgive the Japanese.
That was great. No, that was
Joseph
awesome.
is straight up my favorite antagonist in JoJo's.
Antagonist.
I view
Wait.
Dio as the protagonist of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I think that all the JoJo's are all the antagonists of JoJo's.
Mm.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Why did you not make a video?
I feel like Jotaro
I
would then
did.
be Jotaro would probably be the greater antagonist to Dio specifically. I feel like most of Joseph's heyday was before Dio was kicking back and creating stands.
Well, if you want to hear my opinion, though, Jotaro is pretty much a cardboard cutout or a plank because of his personality in part 3. But,
I think Jack would
More
agree with you.
Jonathan. That's more Jonathan, I'd say. I don't know.
I don't know. Jonathan had, yes, he's a cliche character, but at least he had something going for him. Jotaro was pretty much, he was cardboard.
Oh,
He was just
I like Jotaro way more than Jonathan.
I mean,
Okay.
yes, I
As do
agree.
I, but that's because part 3 exists. Once Jotaro gets to part 4, he matures and nothing happens.
But I mean, Jotaro is like, I don't know, he has no personality. Yeah, he
I
has.
love Jotaro's personality. He has a great personality. You just
Oh,
don't
okay.
see it, man.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
understand
Just
Jotaro.
Guys, at first I was very upset
He
at
hide-
Jotaro for how he disrespects his attractive mother. But
Mm.
I will say that episode
Animac, if his
with
mother
the-
wouldn't have been attractive, though.
Yeah, I know. But that episode
Darby
with
would've-
Darby the Elder is when Jotaro wins me over.
Yeah, that was
That episode
great.
is- that's
I mean,
probably
yeah, Darby was great.
not gonna lie. As far as all of JoJo's goes, top 3 fights in JoJo's are Jotaro versus Dio, Jotaro versus Darby Elder, and a certain fight in part 5 that I'm not gonna mention.
Yeah,
No,
I honestly
Thanks.
My
Don't
my
spoil
favorite
me.
fight probably in JoJo's and up there in anime in general is the Jotaro versus Darby card duel.
Oh, I
Not
love
even
that.
lying.
I mean,
No, it was
that's
a-
a
it
good
was-
one.
It ends
They
so
make
greatly.
Yu-Gi-Oh look like a children's card game.
Yeah. Although obviously Joseph to me is still like the guy, but Jotaro definitely won me over eventually.
Yeah, I was also kind of skeptical when I started part 3 because I just loved Joseph so much by the end, and I wanted to see what happened with Lisa more and all that stuff. And so like part 3 started, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is fine. But then I was just like, I really don't like Jotaro. And then I was like, I mean, these fights are all right. Whenever it got to the initial fight with Polnareff and stuff, I was like, these are creative. These are nice. I like the stands. You know, they're neat. But, Joseph, man, I want some more Joseph. But then I completely did a switcheroo, and I loved basically the whole thing from the monkey ship episode onwards. That was like so good. It was just moment to moment to moment. Everything was just perfect in that episode. But after that, I was digging the whole thing. Yeah, I think it's episode 7 of part 3. I think it's 6 or 7.
There were a few scenes in part 3 that really sold me on the whole aesthetic of JoJo's, and like Kakyoin feeding poop to that baby was like, that was top tier.
Yeah,
do you guys realize that hiding still hasn't got to?
Polnareff pissing in that read is like one of my favorite moments in all of it.
And
I
Mohammed
love
on
that part so much.
I love the magnet episode where like they're magnetized and they're sticking to it.
Yeah.
That is a classic.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this before we were officially live, but that's the thing. Every now and then you can just see that like for a few chapters or a month or whatever, Araki just gets horny because they're like the magnet chapter, a stand user, and then the one where Polnareff becomes a child are back to back. And both of those are like some of the most horny episodes in all of part 3.
Dude, yo, when Jotaro kicks that guy ass,
beats up. Yes.
So good.
The Oingo Boingo episode, though.
Oh, the Oingo Boingo is definitely my favorite.
All right, we can't allow this podcast to turn into just talk about JoJo for the entire time.
I know.
It's a good series.
The point of the story is watch JoJo's. Also, Hiding doesn't even know who Kira's wife is yet, so he doesn't even know what JoJo's is yet.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess a message could be like, what's it called? Take this time to watch shows that have been a little bit daunting that like you just didn't have the time to pick up before. Like Dragon Ball, like Chibi said, like Dragon Ball is hundreds of episodes.
One Piece.
Oh, Jack knows me too well. That's exactly what I was gonna segue into.
One Piece is a good series. It really is. The anime is good up until a certain point, though. No spoilers.
I
In my
agree.
opinion.
I'm like the number one Piece fanboy. I love it so much, and that's why like a lot of people, it's just scary. I understand it's 975 or 76 chapters. It's daunting to get into, and most people don't have the time. Like I just watched all of Rick and Morty in like the last 3 days. I would never have done that before because I'm like I'm too busy.
I apologize.
I'm too busy of a guy. I'm scared to get into series that have like 4+ seasons. Cause I'm like, it's just the way I am. I just fucking binge and I get nothing done.
Yeah. Unfortunately true. Yeah.
But now, like,
as far as
consumed in
One
anime,
Piece goes, the good news is I feel like the anime only really becomes bad at like episode 500.
Yeah,
you
around
know?
500s and
Like-
600s. Yeah.
So
Like
if you got 500 episodes into One Piece, at that point you're gonna be sucked in enough to start reading the manga. Okay, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
can
like,
make it.
anime's not so good anymore.
Hopefully.
Goodbye. Right.
or you can just watch One Piece.
Fact.
And
I
guess
mean,
what?
yeah.
If you start watching One Piece, you can start watching the One Piece version podcast.
Wow, keep up with it. There you go. There you go.
Subtle plug.
Hell yeah. Jack, what have you been watching / reading lately? What do you?
I've been trying to catch up with some of the seasonals from past seasons that I've just fell behind on. Just about to finish Isaacin, which is really great. Keep your hands off Isaacin. I like that one a lot. And I just started Bleach a couple weeks ago. and
Whoa, you
I'm
started
a little bit.
Bleach?
Yeah, I did. I've never seen Bleach before, and I was like, they're making the new anime. It's Studio Colorito. They're pretty fucking epic, and I was like, shit.
Yeah,
So I started the anime, and it's been a fun time. It's been pretty cool.
So I have to tell you, actually, it's pronounced Blech.
Black?
It
Oh,
is.
sorry, dude.
And also, the sequel's gonna be called Clorox. So.
There you go. No, it's been a pretty fun time. It's been a while since I binged like a huge shonen. Like I can't remember. Like probably like Haikyuu in like 2017 was probably the last time I binged like a long.
I wouldn't consider
shonen.
Haikyuu a huge shonen.
It's a shonen. It has
Popular.
I mean,
It's
it has over
popular. I
100
don't think
episodes
it's-
at this point, probably.
Wait, does it have over
Does
100?
it?
Does
I
it?
feel
No,
like we've had, like,
no way.
have we not had, like-
It only has, like,
I think it's sitting around
I think it only
70
has,
right
like,
now.
70.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I thought it had like 4 seasons of like 24+.
Under 100 episodes. So I actually just started watching an anime for the first time. That I found it daunting to watch this because not only is it over 100 episodes, but it's so hard to figure out exactly the
I
order to
think I
watch
know
it.
what it is. I think I know what you're
You
talking
know what it
about.
is?
Yeah, I
You
know what
what
you're
it
talking
is?
about.
I do.
Yeah.
I just started the Monogatari series.
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm like,
exactly
hey,
what I thought.
Misty, how do you watch the Monogatari series? He's like, oh, no problem. It's Bakemonogatari, Kizumonogatari, Nisamonogatari, Nekomonogatari, Monogatari Season 2, Hana Monogatari, Tsuki Monogatari, Owari Monogatari 1, Kiyomi Monogatari, Owari Monogatari 2, Zuko Owari Monogatari, and then Owari Monogatari 3. And I'm like,
Simple, dude.
Yeah, see,
You memorized it. It's
as
simple.
easy as that.
see, I've only watched up to like Kisei Monogatari. That's as far as I got, and I kind of like stopped it for a while.
What is this series about? Because I haven't seen it.
It's a story, dude. Monogatari.
But people. It's about people
story.
and stuff, you know?
It's a story, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Pretty
Hayden.
cool.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, it's basically about the main. So the timelines are all messed up because the way they actually tell the story is pretty great, and the dialogue keeps you pretty interested in everything that's going on. Just even if it's like boring people talking, I don't want to see people talking. But in this anime, you want to see people talking.
It's about a
Okay,
vampire with a
it's-
lolly stand.
To be fair, though, it's not really like a big focus, at least in the early on section of the series. I mean, it's important, but yeah, it's not like
Very important.
it's important, but it's not like focused on. You know what I mean?
I don't know, guys. Right now, I'm just thinking about Lisa and Kira's wife. You're not really winning me over.
Well, there are no MILFs, I think, in Monogatari, which is.
Is there not?
I don't think so.
I'm
I mean,
pretty
this
sure.
is the only way to convince Animac to watch a show, and I don't see.
I'm
no.
pretty sure there's a MILF. For sure. I don't know. I've seen like one episode, but
To be fair,
I'm
you know,
loving
I
it.
don't
I'm actually
think
really loving it. It's gonna
don't
for
think-
prop.
Nux. I don't think Miruko
Yeah.
technically has children, so I don't only go for MILFs.
MILF age.
She's like 27 or 28.
I don't think there are any 27-year-olds in Monogatari.
No, well then fuck
They're-
Monogatari.
All right, but anyway, so as far as Monogatari goes, I am absolutely loving it. It's one of my favorite anime. It's so good. It's so good. There are some episodes that I finish and I'm like, how have I not seen the show?
How
Yeah,
far
the
are you right
direction
now?
is
It's the
really
greatest show
crazy.
ever.
Like, how far are you?
It's
right
probably
now?
going to be in my top 20 at this point. I'd like to say halfway, but I mean, I don't.
So you seen?
I'm
the
in middle
toothbrush
of-
scene?
I have seen the toothbrush scene, and
Okay.
it was low key amazing, even though it became such a huge meme.
It is.
Oh no, it was
I'm-
great.
I'm in
It's
middle-
super great.
I'm up to episode 19 of Monogatari season 2, which means I've already seen Bakemonogatari, Nisa Monogatari, Nekomonogatari Kuro, and the 3 Kizumonogatari movies. So that means
Damn.
I'm like a good chunk into Monogatari, and I'm loving it. I'm loving
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's what I've mostly been focusing on, aside from like, you know, seasonal stuff like Tower of Simp and
Ooh, that's a good segue there, Nuxie boy. Chibi, have
the
you
new Digimon.
Chibi, are you reading? Have you read Tower of Simp?
I'm pretty far. I currently am, without spoilers, I'm on the virtual floor. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say. It's a good series. Now, the beginning. Have all of you watched the episodes, or are you readers?
I watched the first one.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the second
first
one
two.
yet.
Yeah, I've just seen the anime so far. I haven't actually read the webtoon.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The beginning of the story is very, very simplistic. It's like it's good, but it's simplistic.
Sorry.
It starts to,
Simplistic.
yeah, it starts to
Simplistic.
ramp
Get
up.
it?
It'll
That's
probably
pretty
start
funny.
ramping up around the ending of Tower of God, probably around episode 7, maybe 8. It'll start getting really crazy good because that's when the actual real plot points and all that are getting set up.
Okay.
The story is really crazy. Like, actually, the world building is pretty high up there. I say it's not as big as One Piece in terms of world building, but it's really massive when you get far into the story. It's definitely a good read. I don't think it's like the best of all time, but it's worth it. I do think the anime will do good.
I was very disappointed when I watched the first episode, considering all the hype it's gotten. But I do understand it gets better as it goes. The second episode was a little bit more enjoyable for me. I just feel like Bam just seemed like a very boring character.
Oh yeah, see, he's a very that's what I was talking about. He's very boring. All he has going for him is that he wants to chase after Rachel.
Yeah, that's his character, right?
only
Because he was like in
Yeah.
he was like sheltered in that cave. Like we don't really know much being I'm an anime only, but like I guess
Oh, yeah.
he lacks emotion because he hasn't been like part of a society at all.
Yeah, he's been isolated. You could
Yeah.
tell by the way the introduction is. He had nothing.
It just sucks because it
And-
makes it so boring to watch. Like
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, it's like
Tower of God. My
you're
only
watching
real
this-
complaint
Hmm?
right now is I don't like the adaptation. I read the first chapter to compare it with the first episode, and it was a much better read than it was a watch. Like when you're reading, you can move at your own pace. You don't have to be subjected to the relatively adaptation it's getting from Crunchyroll.
You cut out. I'm assuming you said
Yeah,
slow.
you cut out. Yeah, you cut out.
Slow?
That's-
I found the first episode.
I
was,
say
like,
the
really
first
fast-paced.
episode is pretty fast paced.
That is super fast paced. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like,
Oh, I
like, that's
didn't
like
say
a,
slow. I said
Okay.
like poor adaptation from.
Oh, okay.
We
The
didn't hear you.
sentences didn't jive together. It's like you had one sentence, and it's like the scene just switches. I mean, I could show it to you if we were watching it together, but
I mean, I do agree. The first episode is very fast paced. The second episode does correct it, though. It definitely slows down quite a bit. I think the reason why they did it because they wanted to get to a certain point to kind of get Bam to the floor of tests.
to engage the viewers and stuff.
Yeah,
like
to
that.
get in
Yeah,
there. It was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much to give enough information. Because if you're like, let's say, only give the information of the first chapter or two, let's be honest, that's not enough content to really make an interesting first episode.
You gotta hook. You gotta hook the viewers. So, like,
Yeah.
the way the first episode was written, it was just like, I mean, this was in the webtoon as well, but I just felt like in the webtoon it wasn't as cringe as like, oh, I'll give you this ultimate sword that I'm not allowed to lend to people, even though I'm meeting you right now for the first time because you have a cute face. Oh,
yeah,
And then
man.
it goes,
No,
And you
that
need
wasn't
that,
cringe,
you
bro.
know?
Yuri
That's
Ha
actually-
is
let me finish.
Yuri
let me
Ha was
finish.
the one bright spot,
Let me
bro.
finish.
She's the queen, man.
Oh no, she is the queen, but
And
there's
he
a
goes,
lot of queens.
and
There's
he
milfs.
goes.
There's milfs in the series. Don't worry, you'll
He
like that too.
goes. And
Alright.
then he fights the eel thing, which was great, whatever. Oh my god, he's not afraid of it right away. Very cool. I don't care. Then Epic Goddess Whammon comes out of nowhere, gives him a hug, and is like, would you like to climb the tower? No. No. Do you want like immeasurable power? No. I want to find Rachel. Okay, you have a cute face. I'll give you immeasurable power. It was like, I don't know. I felt
Some
like the
people
writing
get
was...
by in life, you know. Some people
Well-
are so attractive they just get by in life. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's
me and
just-
Jack know what that's all about.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I relate to this protagonist so much. 'cause
My
it's
response
basically
to
my
God-
life. So
My response
what
to
can
the
I
goddess
say?
would have been like, "Would you like to climb my tower?"
Oh my god.
Anime.
No, but all those little plot points they do get elaborated on further on in the story, and it starts to make sense. It does, but like I said, I do agree 100%. If you're just looking at face value from what you just saw from the beginning, it is very plain. It's like, whoa, what's going on? It's like, what's the hype about? I do think though, when it comes to the cringy factor, it was definitely a lot cringier than the webtoon. I do
That's what
agree.
I'm saying. Thank you.
I
Chibi
do
just
agree.
said, Nux, you're right about everything you just said about Tower of Simp. Thank you, Chibi, for agreeing entirely. Nothing but respect for you. Watch Gintama.
Yeah, I agree. Do watch Gintama, good series. But I'll say though, yeah, just watch Tower God. If you or read it actually. If you're interested, read it. Seriously, it's good.
I'm gonna say
I'm
something.
with
I
you. I'll
didn't think
probably
that
read it.
the first episode was bad at all. I thought it was
I
interesting. Like,
agree.
I don't
it's a
personally-
good episode. Just
I don't love the animation style. I feel like it's like budget, but
I love the art style.
I
It looks
don't.
nice.
I feel like it's like they don't have enough budget. Like that's what it feels like to me.
No, I think they're
But
trying to
I
be
thought the
faithful.
episode
to-
overall was good.
Sorry to cut you off there. I was saying I think they're trying to be faithful to like the art style that they put in the manhwa,
Yes.
especially in the beginning. So like,
Bro, I don't know what that means. Explain that to me. So are you telling me that they should have made One Punch Man have the same animation as the webtoon?
I mean, that could have
Oh,
been
Mob
that could
Psycho
have been
did
an
it.
approach.
see. Here's
Mob
the
Psycho
thing.
did
Mob
it.
Psycho is a good example here. If you've watched Mob Psycho's anime, you know that art animation isn't traditional. It's very different. and
Experimental.
weird.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
The animation
And it
is
perfectly
amazing.
fits
The
the
art
art
style is
style.
just a little bit weird, but that
Per-
it applies perfectly to the series. And I
Yeah,
feel like with Crunch-
perfect. Yeah.
perfect.
When
Yeah,
it comes
perfect.
to One
Yeah.
Punch Man, One Punch Man was rewritten by Murata, who is one of the greatest manga artists alive.
Which
So,
is why
the
it looked like that.
Yeah, which is why the anime was faithful to Murata's version of the manga.
So yeah, I wouldn't say that it has bad animation because the actual animation was good. It just the art style looked a little bit weird. But I think it's just because from what I hear, they're trying to be faithful to the beginning
Yeah,
of the manhwa.
It's a lot different from like typical anime. Like I really like the way the eyes were drawn specifically. I was pretty drawn in by that, and I was like, I like this show. It's pretty fun.
I was so
inoffensive.
bored. I was so fucking bored in the first episode, man.
I understand that. I didn't really have any expectations. I knew people were excited for it, but I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a fun time. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fun. Maybe I'll watch all of it. Who knows?
Because I know
I
how
like
popular the source material is.
I like the concept enough to read the manhwa, probably.
Well, the reason why I'm going to continue to watch the anime is because I know how like hyped up the source material is. I'll give it a chance. If I don't like the anime, I'll start reading the manhwa and so on and so forth. But I feel like if I didn't know that this was like this like grand, amazing, hyped up series, I probably would have dropped the series. The show.
Well, it's kind of like One Piece. One Piece has that little threshold too.
Oh,
You know,
for sure.
when people recommend One Piece, they're like, okay, if you're gonna watch the anime, you got to get to the Nami arc. You got to get there. Then that will be
so.
where you can decide.
I agree. I like to say that to people too. Like the Barati and the Arlong arc are they definitely step it up. But I really enjoyed One Piece from the very beginning.
Oh, I enjoyed it as soon as I saw, Zoro's introduction when I was watching it for the first time many years ago. But I do say, though, the series really starts to show its true colors around when Nami has her whole arc going
I agree.
on.
Big thank you to everyone donating magical crystals, including Praise Ner'zgul or Ner'zul.
Oh, Nazgul?
Donate.
Oh, that's from Overlord. Good series.
I'm
Oh, the
pretty sure it's
Nazgul
actually
from Lord of the Rings!
Oh, wait. Oh, is it Nazgul or
Dude!
wait, you say Nazgul? Oh, my bad.
No, it says Ner'zul.
Oh,
but
Oh,
but it-
Ner'zul. Oh, that's the Lich King. Ner'zul's
Yes,
the Lich King.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of Lord of the Rings, once upon a time, I had a game that was on like 5 different discs made for like Windows 98 or XP or something, and I installed it into my old little tower. I was a little 9-year-old boy or something like that, and I had the tower, and I played this game. It was a single-player RTS game where you got your let's make the barracks, let's get some bowmen or whatever, and then you have your heroes. You can have like Aragorn and all those little
Wait,
guys.
what game are you playing?
It's like a campaign. I can't remember what it's called. It's some Lord of the Rings RTS.
Oh, Lord
game
of the
I had for
Rings
computer.
Battle for Middle Earth. I played
Yeah,
that.
that's it. That's it, actually.
Lord of the Rings Battle
And
for Middle Earth.
I would play that all the time when I was young, and it's freaking awesome. There was like special attacks, right? And one of the guys was Tom Bombadil. You do this gigantic
dude,
like
Tom Bombadil
AOE
was so
attack.
broken. He was broken.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember using him, and my friends used to get so angry with me because they're like, "Stop using that broken
Yeah.
piece."
I didn't have any friends, so I just played against the computer. But yes, Tom Bombadil, he was the best, and his overpowered brokenness is actually what inspired me to read the Lord of the Rings whenever I was younger. Yeah, so since we were talking
Is
about Lord
that-
of the Rings,
I love
Is that what
this
you've been
random
watching lately,
off-topic
Heidi, or-
garbage. I love it when
Let me be the first to
'cause
say
I know in my heart it annoys the crap out of Animac, which just makes me happy.
Wait, what annoys Animac?
no, like I'm joking about the
Going off
nerds. The
topic.
Lord of the Rings is pretty cool. However, I would recommend rewatching Gurren Lagann over rereading Lord of the Rings personally, but that's just me.
I agree.
Whoa,
Recommending
I don't
some
know,
older
man. Lord of the
series.
Rings, man.
No,
Timeless classic.
Especially in these times, bro, when you can't go on an adventure, you're stuck
You
in a
need to be
cave,
inspired.
basically. You gotta rewatch that Gurren
Why
Lagann.
would you want to watch, real life? Why would you want to watch real life, Gurren Lagann?
I don't think we should
Watch
do
real
either.
life.
I think we should go.
Life is.
I think what everyone should do is get into my closet, dig through my old computer stuff, find my exact copy of Battle for Middle Earth, and just play
I'm
that
in your
game.
closet right now,
I
Jason.
I know
That's
you
where
are,
I'm
Jack. I've
recording,
been
dude. I'm
filming
in
you
your
this
closet
entire
right
time.
now.
I'm filming you in my closet.
I am
right
in
now,
your
dude.
closet.
Dude, when are you gonna wash your hair, man? I've seen you wearing my hat for the last 3 hours, dude.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
Please take off my hat, please, dear God.
Fine. I've lice. Whatever. Sorry.
Classic Jack.
Anyway, moral of the story:
Man, I
is
love anime.
watch Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is dope. It's one of the best anime of all time.
Speaking of
Overrated.
amazing anime, everyone
I
should
think
watch
it's my
Rick and
favorite
Morty.
movie series.
Yeah, Rick and Morty is really great. I recently,
never
or
seen Rick
I
and
guess
Morty.
not too recent.
Bro. I watched
You
every
go.
episode in the last 3 days.
Oh, and I haven't watched the latest
No.
season yet.
So
But
good.
I
Yo,
love Rick and Morty.
was one episode in the latest season that Nux showed me before showing me before I watched any of the others of the series. It's like the heist episode, season 4, episode 3. Watch it. Watch
Okay.
it right now.
I showed him that episode. And he was
Dude.
like, "Bro, I'm only going to be watching Rick and Morty for the next 2 days." that was the reaction he got him. Anyway, I think that it's time to talk about Gintama, because being that we're in quarantine, Gintama has a very unique flair. The beginning of Gintama, being that it's not fully episodic, but it's really, really short arcs. So it's not like necessarily One Piece or let's say Naruto, right? Naruto episode 20 to episode 80 is all one direct story. So I could see someone get addicted to a show like that where they just don't want to put it down. They want to binge the whole thing. Gintama isn't necessarily a binge show because it's a bit jarring in the beginning.
Yeah.
Once you get far enough into Gintama, it will become one of the greatest experiences of your life. Not that I'm overhyping it or anything, but it is my favorite anime ever. And
I should give
now, when you're in quarantine anyway, it's the time to stick your dick in Gintama.
I don't know if I want to do that though specifically. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't want to stick
Gintama the
my
main
dick in.
character's name, or is it the name of the show? What does Gintama mean? What's
Gintama is the name of the show. Gintoki
What is it?
is the
What is
main
a Gin?
character.
What is a
Okay,
gin
so-
and a tama?
So what's the
Is it two
okay?
things?
Tama means egg. So if it's like Gintoki's egg, so like this is the offspring of Gintoki's story. Is that what it is? It's focused on Gintoki. It's his story.
He
It's a
tells
sort
the
of-
story.
Oh,
He tells the
I'll
story.
tell-
as
I'll
it
I'll
goes.
tell you the reason,
Wait,
but
I
you
got
may
the reason.
not appreciate it.
I
Okay,
know the
so
reason.
I'll explain it to you.
TB knows the reason.
Oh yeah, it's a good reason. It's fine.
I heard, but it's really funny.
It's funny, dude. It's so. It's childish.
It's
though.
really, really funny.
But it's
It's a
childish.
typical Gintama joke. So here's the meme, okay? Gintoki is known as the Silver Devil at different points. Like, silver is part of his meme. Like, there's this one whole arc where he's replaced by a gold version of Gintoki, which is hilarious. So the reason why this is funny is because Kintama with a K means testicles. But kin is
Oh.
gold, whereas gin is silver. So it swaps it
Oh.
for Gintama as opposed to
So
kin.
literally, the series is basically a pun on
It's
testicles.
a pun on testicles.
Yes, it's literally-
Okay.
That is pretty cool.
So you
Although I
have to
think-
respect the dick jokes in Gintama. I think it's top tier.
Oh, that one episode, I forget what it was. It's where like the dicks were coming out from the back of the truck and they were just like breaking the back of the truck. I remember that.
That was so funny. There are some episodes that the arc itself is great, but I based the whole arc after this one joke. Like there was this one arc about this like Soul Reaper girl who was trying to escape from her family, and it was like this whole like
Oh,
like,
it's
touching
the spiritual
arc.
one. Yeah, it's like
I think, but every time I think about it, I'm like, bro, there was that sick joke, that running gag they had in that whole thing where someone sliced Gintoki's nipple off. And, and like they ended up coming. Do you remember this joke? And later, in like by the end of the arc, when they're fighting that opponent, it's like he slips on something that they don't see, and they look, and it's Gintoki's nipple. Like after this whole whatever, it's
No,
a very
best
niche.
best arc is the toilet paper one, the sandpaper.
Oh my god, that
That's-
toilet paper arc is
That
like
was-
it beats Death Note in every
Honestly,
single type of
relatable.
strategic.
It's literally our life right now. It's relatable. No toilet paper.
I don't know
for
what
miles.
GB's talking about. It's about these four guys. They're stuck in different stalls, in different bathroom stalls, and then they all realize there's no toilet paper. So they're all like trying to play like these massive mind games on each other, how to like get
out.
toilet paper.
Okay, so I get now why Nux loves this show so much.
This is convincing me. This is convincing me. 'Cause
These are only the comedy arcs, though. The serious arcs, like they'll make you cry, man. But the comedy arcs, they'll also make you cry.
Oh no. The funny arc, one of the funniest ones though, is when they did the Microsoft Paint opening song. You remember that? When they did the
Of course.
Dude, that is hilarious. Like they literally broke the fourth wall. It's like we're not gonna have animation or whatever. You just see Microsoft Paint. The
I
entire
love how the
opening.
beginning, after every like hiatus, the beginning of every arc is like, hey, we managed to get our anime back, unlike that garbage One Piece that airs constantly. Unlike they're roasting.
That's amazing.
They finally get
Yeah,
their
so-
adaptation back.
so
And it's
the-
like, so I figured this time we'll try to save our studio on animation budget by not animating the entire first episode of the season. It's like, guys, that's genius.
It's genius. No, like I love the one where they talked about filler, and they literally wasted like 6 minutes of just doing a literal loop of
Yes.
animation, and you
It
didn't
was-
realize it until they mentioned that they literally been tricking you for like 6 minutes to waste time.
I have
Yeah,
so
so
much
the point of
respect
the
for
story
Gintama.
is watch Kintama Monogatari. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so why are there like 18 different hiding in public emojis in the chat?
Or people spamming the hiding emojis. Damn.
Yeah, and they're all different. Like, there's a bunch of different ones, bro. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's because, well, until I get partnered, I've got the max amount of emotes all unlocked for my affiliate thing. And, like, basically everyone who comes to my streams is a sub. So most of them are here right now in Rant Cafe. And so
Yeah, at least this time you're not competing against us, you fucking guy.
Yeah, but I am going to be streaming right afterward.
Well, I don't care.
What a
If it's after, I don't care. But don't compete against us, bro. Only Pokemon is allowed to compete against
And I'm meaning too, I'm just poor.
Hiding. I love how so me and you aren't partnered. We have our max amount of emotes in. Nux is partnered. Hasn't put a single emote on his channel.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? I'm also partnered. No emote.
Motherfucker.
I'm partnered too, and I don't even stream.
Yeah. I can't wait for the partner.
Partners don't need to stream, right? Once you're a partner, you've already done all the streams you need to do. You don't need to stream once you're a partner.
I've been partnered for like 4 years now. I've
been saying
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I think I've been partnered since, oh man, like Bloodborne when it came out. I think.
Ooh, man, that was
Yeah.
forever. That was like 2014 or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that 2015, 14? Damn. Jesus.
Yeah, that's forever.
Yeah, I
Well,
used to
the
stream
story
that.
I think is watch Gintama, or if not, then definitely JoJo's.
Or
And,
my Persona
cool.
streams. Yeah.
Or
Definitely
Persona
tune in.
5. Yeah.
Definitely
Is
tune
that an
into Persona streams.
I will
yeah,
also
that's
say
something-
that I personally recommend, for your mental health, I recommend watching My Neighbor Totoro at least twice a year.
That's a good movie. So Nux, I've been seeing some slander on my boy Deku. What's going on with that?
I didn't slander him at all, because if you know the definition of slander, which I assume you do, being that you use that word, it is spreading false information. And I did nothing of the sort. I was spitting facts, my boy. So I highly recommend you check out my 52-minute video where I dissect why Deku is the worst mainstream shonen protagonist.
Wait, you think he's worse than Asta or whatever? I'm not a big.
What? Definitely. Like, are you kidding me? Asta's
Anime.
amazing.
Yeah,
That hit a bone there. That hit a bone there.
Asta is amazing. I love Asta, bro.
Asta doesn't get, power 100%, all one for all, power of simp punch in his fist. every time he
I
has-
stand by Chibi. What can I say? Deku's a good man. I entirely stand by him.
I mean,
Deku's
I
a-
don't think he's the best hero either. I agree with some flaws, but I
No,
don't.
I
think
agree
he's
with
the
your
worst.
opinion. Yeah.
I
Whatever
don't
you
think
say is
he's.
fact.
Yeah, same actually.
Wow.
Oh,
No, I
Simp
just,
boy!
no, just Deku. Yeah, he does have his faults, his problems. I just don't think
52 minutes worth of false facts.
Okay, give me one of the main defining reasons why you think he's the worst.
I think that I shouldn't be. I don't think someone should put me on the spot when I curated 52 minutes worth.
Okay, fine.
Of
I'll go
script.
watch your video. I'll
Go
go
watch
watch
it right now.
52 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll watch your video
Flip it
then when I'm done with this, okay? I'll watch it. We'll see. I'll come back to you on it.
Make a response video. Make a
Oh, like this is
destroying Nux Taku with facts and logic, Deku Extreme Edition.
No, I'll give you a twist. I come with a response where you say, you know what? Deku is, a simp. He's awful. He's the worst. He's the worst character.
Well,
That's
he's not really a simp.
No, the video
he
isn't
definitely-
really about why he's a simp. That's not the point. It's
He
just that he's the
simps
worst
All Might at
mainstream
first.
shonen protagonist.
He simps All Might, but then All Might gives him his quirk, so then it's not really simping because he gets something, right?
Does he simp All Might? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
he stands All Might. Remember, he was like a fanboy.
Yeah.
No, and he has like
Do
identity
you
crisis.
realize? Okay, fine. So we'll put it this way: do you realize that in the beginning they were like, "Oh, Deku's actually gonna get far because he has this thick notebook of notes on every single hero."
Yes.
But that was just like him simping and fanboying. Okay, there was no purpose.
Yeah,
And
it's
for him
that's
to
the
write those
problem.
at
It's like, so the whole point with Deku was that he was going to be the strategist. Like, he doesn't have the raw power, so he's going to use strategy and intelligence. And then he gets the strongest quirks, and he just punches with the power of friendship all these villains, like muscular, like gentle, all these experienced older villains, get beat by him on his own because he doesn't want his friends to be disappointed or some shit.
Power of friendship, dude. It takes over all.
Man, I'm so glad about the turnout of that video. I've had some people that sent me death threats for that video, which is
What? Why?
And
what
I had
the hell?
it's happened. And I had some people.
Okay, I will
like-
agree with this. The My Hero fan base is, oh my god, it's toxic. I haven't
How
seen.
can you say that? The My Hero fan base are all upstanding gentlemen.
I don't know about that, man. I've seen
I was
some-
being sarcastic.
I know, but it's some real toxic shit I have seen. It is. Oh my god, it's probably the worst. I thought the fan base for Tokyo Ghoul was bad when I used to read that.
Oh, it is. It is.
Oh, it's bad, but I don't know. My Hero has it beat.
No, so to me, I feel like the fan base is not toxic. There's just a bunch of like Tumblr, Twitter losers within the fan base who are like, if Horikoshi doesn't make this ship or whatever, I'm gonna stone him or some stupid shit like that. But I feel like that's literally 0.01% of the fan base. It's just that because of social media, they get to be vocal.
Yeah, it's the vocal minority. Yeah,
I feel like
for
that's
sure.
how it is with pretty much every single toxic fandom. I mean,
Yeah.
for the majority of every fandom, you got normal people,
Well, besides Hunter x Hunter.
except
You-
for
they
my
just-
fandom.
No,
Perfect series, you know.
No, Hunter x Hunter has a nice fan base, actually. They're not even mean. They help people out. They don't really spoil. They just chill and relax.
Okay, dude, you want to talk Hunter x Hunter fan base? The Hunter x Hunter fan base sees themselves as the gods of this new world.
I mean, they kind of are, let's be honest.
Have you ever met JoJo
Agreed.
manga fans though?
JoJo
I mean,
manga. I
they
have
just
so much
love
respect
memeing.
for JoJo fans.
They just mean to death. That's what they do.
It's gonna be me in T-minus 2 weeks.
Like JoJo manga fans are the kind of people to be like, "Oh, you enjoyed the JoJo anime? You think this character is great? You haven't even read the manga, you piece of shit."
Wait, they're like that? I didn't even know they were like
No, they're beautiful people.
No,
Oh,
I've had
Nice,
people
you
like
know.
that on Twitter, just straight up
Dude.
messaging me because I was saying how much I love Joseph. It's like, you don't even know who Jolene is, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, yo, same thing happened to me. I said Joseph was my favorite JoJo, and I just get like insults about I haven't seen.
Really?
This was before part 5. You haven't even read part 5. You don't even know who Giorno is.
Did you just say that a bunch of incels were insulting you?
I did not say that, but pretty much.
Speaking of JoJo and memes, have you ever seen that Uno video of JoJo? Like
Wait,
the one where...
Did you say Jojoline?
No,
Wait a second.
No.
It's Jolene. Like
No,
the song.
Jojoline, part 8, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Jojolian, son.
Jojolian.
Jolian, bro.
I was trying to make it sound like what Chibi said, Jojo and memes. Jojo, I was trying, yeah.
Okay, thanks for
Jojo
explaining yourself.
Lion, bro.
I was trying to match the phonetics of his statement for the joke.
Well, sorry, we didn't understand it. We're gonna move on. I'm sorry, dude. I apologize. We'll
Get
move
out of
on
my
from this
closet
now.
right now.
The
Fine, dude.
The protagonist of Jojo Lion is Lion Ted Cruz.
JoJo's, you're a beautiful beast. Watch Gintama.
Watch.
You know what it
Watch
is
One
with-
Piece.
Yeah, watch One Piece. You know what it is with My Hero Academia? It's like any like fandom that gets that large is going to be toxic. The thing is, it's pretty rare for like a seasonal anime, something relatively new, to get that popular that fast.
I mean,
Demon
let's
Slayer
not
has entered
forget
the
Demon-
chat.
And that's why
Slayer-
Demon Slayer is
Demon
toxic,
Slayer.
man.
Demon Slayer is toxic. Like,
Dude,
No,
think
it
about it.
isn't. No, it isn't, man. Demon Slayer is not bad at all. It's just a bunch of people who are new to anime and they're like, oh, wow, I really like Demon Slayer. And then a bunch of other
people
are
tried
like,
to
"You
cancel
idiot."
Demon Slayer
You
because
idiot, you haven't seen enough-
Tanjiro's earrings look
Dude.
like some kind of.
Yeah, but
I don't know,
okay, that's what you
Imperial-
don't understand. People who try to cancel Demon Slayer for Tanjiro's earrings, they're not fans. It's the same people who think that Attack on Titan promotes fascism even though fascists are the antagonists. It's the same people who it's just these people who are looking for reasons to be outraged on Twitter because they have no meaning in their lives. They're not fans.
Voldemort is fascist. I think that Harry Potter is promoting fascism.
Exactly. No, it is 100%.
Yeah, JoJo.
I like JoJo. It's pretty cool.
as I was saying though, did you see that Uno video of JoJo? That one meme video?
I've seen that Uno video of JoJo. I think I've seen every JoJo meme. In fact, I've probably made half of them.
Taking credit. I made all of these.
I think Jen dropped another 5,000 bits. God damn.
Last.
Damn.
I don't know when that happened.
That's
popped
quite a lot
up
of
on screen
bits.
now.
Damn.
That's quite a lot of bits.
That's a lot of
That
bits.
is a lot of bits.
I
There's
ra-
some tig old bitties.
Speaking of relevant things, since it's a quarantine
It's
anime
from
episode.
How I Met Your Mother, Briggs. We were trying to remember where Tig Old Biddies is from. It's from How I Met Your
Is
Mother.
it really?
And he said it.
I've seen every episode of How I Met Your Mother. I don't
Is
remember
it?
that.
It is. I don't think it's from How I Met Your Mother.
Arnie said, "Gee willikers, there's some Tig Old Biddies." It's in the playbook
I've-
episode where he could pick up a girl acting as a toddler.
Dude, the playbook episode is so good.
I've seen that
The
show
scuba
so many
diver.
times. God damn.
Anyway, that's where it's from. We were trying to remember. There it is. Hell yeah.
So recently, I read all of Solo Leveling.
Oh,
Hmm.
so how do you feel
as
about
did
that?
As did I.
I'm a pretty big fan. I think it's got amazing art, a lot of hype moments. Like the fights are actually so sick. I do think it's a little bit overrated, as Nuxie Boy says. I will agree with him, but I still love it. I still love it, bro. I really like our protagonist.
I think that if we were comparing it to a classic anime like Sword Art Online, I think that Sword Art Online's Aincrad arc is better, but it's better than the other arcs. Okay, I'm gonna get hate, but I don't care. I liked Solo Leveling, and I thought it was a fun read, and
It's pretty much just
very overrated.
well, it was just overhyped for you. Like it's just all about.
It's not just that it was overhyped. It's like the only character was Sung Jin Woo. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
one.
my biggest.
Dude,
That's my biggest.
As far as world building goes, we know nothing about the world aside from the fact that there are dungeons. Okay,
and the
there are
villains aren't
hunters. That's
aren't
it.
even that great
I
either.
was so much more interested by that demon castle thing. But we got nothing from that. Anyways, that's the second complaint. Third complaint is, bro, and Briggs mentioned it. I was so happy because I was saying this when I read it, and then when Briggs got to that point, I was gonna tell this to Briggs, but Briggs mentioned it himself. It made me so happy. He's like, wait a second. Did he just wait for all the hunters to die in the knockoff Chimera Ant arc? And then he decides
The flex on Zawardo.
bro, come on. It's a big flex, but dude, they're dying.
I gotta stay home with my mom. Haven't seen her in 4 years. They could handle it.
Yeah,
It was
the
a lot
biggest
of fun.
problem
I feel
though
like that
is
was-
it's the lack of characters. It's just one character.
Yo, can I describe the series? It's just all about hype moments. Our main guy Sung Jin Woo just having hype fights. That's what it's about with sick art, and I still love the shit out of it. If you go in knowing that that's what it is,
I feel like that's really how it should be sold. It should be sold as an ideal power fantasy story with nothing past the surface level, and that's it. It's great, but I mean,
hype but shallow.
shallow.
You know what else you can do during quarantine? You can listen to podcasts such as the Rank of Anime podcast and the
Whoa.
One Piece Virgin.
Those sound pretty cool, not gonna lie. Tell me more.
Check us out, rankcafe.tv. We now have over 15,000 followers here on Twitch, which is
That's quite a
awesome.
lot. Nice job. Wow.
Let's
Good for
get
you.
her.
And we have what 60K on YouTube or something.
68K.
You guys are approaching me.
Are you approaching me?
You are. You're getting really close.
Pat's hiding in public in subs without getting closer.
If you get much closer, I'm going to hit you with my stand.
If I ever get past that rank
How-
cafe, I think I'm
how
gonna have to
hype?
quit.
I didn't hear what you said.
No, if you guys, I think at one point I was double rank cafe, and now you guys are getting closer. I'm just like, ah!
I like that you're saying you guys and you're
You
part
guys
of it
are
as
a
much
part
as-
of it.
Yeah, well, I mean it's my podcast too, but I'm just saying, I can't let it pass me.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube, Rank of Anime podcast. Let's pass Briggs because clearly he has been spending too much time making YouTube videos and not enough time streaming. So we need to get him to stream.
Wow, nice. I streamed 100 hours last month, boys.
Not nearly enough.
Damn.
I've
That's
streamed
$100 a week.
80 hours in the last week and a half.
You're a
Jesus.
fucking mad lad.
Trying to compete here? Damn. I've streamed like 200 hours in the last month. Like, not lying.
Not lying at all. You totally
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I only streamed for the last month. I did nothing but stream.
And you're
Okay.
currently streaming, so it does kind of.
I am streaming as we speak. I've never stopped streaming.
Streaming, don't give it up, Nuxie boy.
Oh god, no.
Wait, what's that? What's that? What
we
I think
always
that
get
was?
a giggle.
That's how you guys should
always get a
introduce the
giggle.
One Piece Virgin podcast.
Was that what I thought? You were referencing the One Piece rap?
Rap, yeah. Yo, we definitely need to
yeah.
commission someone to do an opening for us so that can be the start of our podcast. Yeah, yo. Dreamin', don't give it up, Brigo.
Commission, bro. We don't got that kind of money. Just sing it. You did a good
I would
job.
fucking do it now.
Yeah, we all do
You were
our
doing it
own
perfectly, dude. I thought you were the voice
No.
actor, so.
I've sung that on my streams because I'll read the chat and the chat will type that in sometimes. The "Don't give it up, Rigo" thing.
Yo, it's one. You know how many times I've had to fucking sing that song? It's one of my rewards on my streams where if you if you use like 25,000 channel points, I have to sing the One Piece rap.
Jeez.
That sounds
I might have to come
awful.
in there and force you.
And no one used it for a while, and they had a secret plan just to make me do like 5 back to back, motherfuckers.
That's amazing.
Dreaming.
I love that.
Anyway,
The One Piece
moral of the
rap.
story: I'm watching Monogatari. You should watch it. Or Gintama. Chibi's watching Dragon Ball Super. God knows why.
I'm watching it because see, my girlfriend is actually watching it for the first time, so I'm watching it with her and dub. That's why.
True.
I see, I see.
So
Oh,
that's
bro,
why.
did you just admit you have a girlfriend? Because now you're gonna get like that Bernie bro girl. You're gonna
Admit he's glad. He's glad and proud.
Now you remember the okay boomer girl? Like
I was so
now
happy
you're-
one day she followed me
now
on
you're-
Twitter, and I was like, Chibi and his girlfriend are following me. I have all the power in the world, but then she unfollowed me,
No,
and she followed Jack instead.
Oh yeah, she followed.
That was the
Jack,
greatest day of my life,
She
Chibi.
did
I hope
it.
you
She
know.
did it by accident. She's like, you know what? His poster's- She's like, his poster hilarious. She's just like following.
The point is,
At least
Chibi,
someone likes my Twitter.
You don't want to admit to all your fangirls that you got a girlfriend, because then they're gonna get jealous. You know what I'm saying?
This ain't K-pop.
I'm already jealous, so he just has to embrace it at this point. So
We don't have much
Yeah,
to worry
Jack.
about. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
definitely not creepy.
it's not creepy, no.
No,
I'm just
no, not at all.
no, not
Pure
at all.
wholesome love. Pure wholesome
It's
love.
just wholesome, yeah.
Hmm.
Hiding in public is watching JoJo's, and so should you. Jack, his boy, is floundering around seasonal anime, and you should watch One Piece. Briggs is not watching One Piece, but only talks about One Piece. And
true.
Animac is
It's-
busy with life or something. But you
And
should watch
reading
their
One
manga.
Piece, and I'm also
He's
watching
reading One
Hunter x
Piece!
Hunter, although not as fast as I should be, and some seasonal stuff.
You watch
And
Hunter x Hunter. You've been
yeah.
watching.
Wait,
for
wait,
the
wait.
last
You're
7
watching
years.
Hunter x Hunter first time or rewatch?
Yeah, first time.
Oh,
First
dude,
time.
where are you
Cool.
at? Where are you at? Where are you at?
I'm just at Meruem finally hatching.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Uh,
We're far into there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I've kind of been like.
already
know his
name is Meruem? That's like a huge spoiler. How could you appreciate the series?
yo, everyone should watch the best anime from last season, Interspecies Reviewers.
Interspecies reviewers, bro.
Bro, that show is fire. Okay, Chibi, have you finished Interspecies Reviewers?
I'm only one episode left. I just gotta watch the
I have to
final.
finish it. I have to finish it.
It's good though. It's
Dude.
so good. Oh,
It is such a good anime. People were thinking I was joking when I was saying to rate it a 10 out of 10. Not fam. Not even close.
Yeah, it's not
It
a
is a
joke.
10 out of
It's
10
good.
anime.
It's really good. Like it's surprisingly good for how much fan service there is. It's
No,
amazing.
yeah, like
The
you-
plot,
you,
the
can't
characters,
you can't
the
not
meme.
finish when you're watching it.
Ah, see ya.
I have to say though, I was very surprised. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it would like hit number 1 on my anime list. That came as a shock.
And then Mao got all upset. They're like, "No, you can't do this."
I think the
Watch
next-
Keijo as well. Interspecies reviewers and Keijo are good, wholesome, deeply philosophical.
Interspecies Reviewers kicks Keijo so hard.
Agreed. Keijo.
I didn't like Keijo. I really didn't.
Keijo
Like
sucks. Yeah, but you know, Ichizoku's where it's at. Keijo.
It's one of those things, guys, where if you admit it, it just shows that you're plebs. So like, don't, you know.
Dude,
Not for
I
my
can't
sake,
get over the last
for
3
yours.
episodes of Interspecies Reviewers. Those last 3 episodes are straight up better than any other anime that aired last season, aside from potentially Haikyuu.
No,
Oh,
I know.
I think that's what I'm gonna
dude.
read. I'm gonna watch next. Cause I haven't watched any of the new season of Haikyuu. I waited for it to finish, and I think I just finished like a week or 2 ago. So I'm gonna start.
Oh,
binging.
you have to binge Haikyuu too. You haven't
Dude,
watched
in the
it.
second last episode of Interspecies Reviewers, we got introduced to the guy who says all women are queens. Do you know who I'm talking about? Dude, that guy was so good. He revisited every single brothel that all of the Interspecies Reviewers guys reviewed, and he would rate them all 10s.
Bro, was
Like,
that
so
all
it's
done?
the
the funniest
Aye, aye.
thing.
Was that iDubbbz?
Wow.
Damn, dude.
Yikes.
Like he was like, I don't even care. I don't care that they
Agreed.
work in brothels. Like totally cool. It's totally cool.
Oh yeah. By the way, what?
Anyway, Briggs needs to go play D&D.
This is true.
Wow.
Wait, really? You gotta play D&D?
Yeah, I have a D&D stream at 7. We started really late today.
Oh, well, I apologize for the delay.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We're very last minute and we're very unscheduled and planned, so.
I had no idea it was happening. I looked at my Twitter. I was like, oh crap. I was like,
Yo, Leafy for Rand Cafe. That would be amazing.
Next week. Next week.
Sam, thank you for the
Leafy's coming on with iDubbbz to fight on Rant Cafe. Tune in.
Also,
Twitch.tv/Rant
Rant Cafe is
Cafe.
the platform.
People need to stop saying that I simp for Pokimane. She provides quality content. And gives back. Okay.
Sounds a little simpy to me.
I want to take a hot
No.
take. I'm not a
Have
big
you
fan of
seen
Pokemon.
her? Have you seen her make chocolate pudding, bro? Because that.
I've never seen Pokimane before.
I think I've only watched her ASMR channel.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? I watch her gaming channel, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Who watches her for gaming? Let's be honest. Come on now.
I know.
Okay,
so
thank you
uncomfortable.
all for coming. It was a pleasure.
Oh my
It was epic. Let's not start drama with people, okay?
My bad,
I
my
am
bad.
someone who is a very wholesome individual that never started drama before in my life. So I don't want to put a taint or put a mark on my impeccable record of not getting anyone to hate me ever. So with that said, thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you Animac for mentioning Gurren Lagann. We were all taken aback and surprised by that recommendation.
Yeah. Also,
Thanks,
Nami
Briggs.
is an underrated waifu.
Cool.
You know what I didn't
Also,
say? I didn't tell
thank
people to
you-
watch Kenichi. Watch Kenichi. It's my favorite anime. If you need some inspiration during these tough times, watch Kenichi. It's great. Yeah.
Oh, I actually watched yesterday. It's a literal anime that came out this season. I was actually in the middle of watching it when Nux got me. But yesterday,
I thought you said
Ooh,
you
yeah, I've
watched,
heard great things
you watched
about that.
Kenichi yesterday. I'm like, what?
no,
So
like
they've-
yesterday. It's an anime called
Yeah.
Yesterday. And it's so good. It's so good.
Is it another Beatles song reference?
Maybe I don't know. I've never really listened to Beatles much.
You watched the movie yesterday. It's really great.
What? I don't even know what that is.
All right, everybody watch Gintama. Subscribe to these lads that joined us today. Hiding in public. Jack is simp and Chibi review and Chibi reviews. They're all absolute beasts. They will be linked in the description of the YouTube video.
And until next time,
Wonderful evening.
see ya, Space Cowboys.
Dreaming.
Gintama!
Dreaming. Don't give it up, Chibi.
Oh God.